What we will be looking into in this video is the how, why, when and who made these incredible works of stone. However, we have been unfortunately conditioned to all believe that things are the way they are. Example, every ancient structure in Egypt was built by the ancient Egyptians. Every ancient structure in Peru was built by the Incas. This idea carries on in all countries. This video is not about dismissing the great work done by the ancient Egyptians or the Incas, because they both produced amazing buildings and temples. This video is about identifying the work done prior to these cultures, which is being ignored. The reason it's ignored is due to the complete change of our history of this planet. Knowing there were highly advanced cultures in our distant past, producing what we cannot do today, or that we are not alone in this vast universe and have had assistance or forms of contact which has now been officially acknowledged. I'm going to start with the most recent or newest work in order to explain the older vestiges found. I will mention that the oldest work with rock goes back and acknowledged to be pre-Ice Age. We're dealing with technology that does not exist today, but did over at least 100,000 years ago. If you hold a strong religious belief, Christian, Muslim or Jew, you will probably be shocked in where some of the oldest work is kept and will automatically dismiss it out of hand. We will cover this regarding Ukun Pacha. Focusing on the country of Peru, we are going to look into the lifelong work of Jesus Gamarra, following in the footsteps of his father, Alfredo Gamarra. As mentioned in previous videos, the oldest type of vestige is known as Ukun Pacha, known as First World. The second type of vestige is known as Ukun Pacha, known as Second World, and the third type of vestige is known as Ukun Pacha, known as Third World or This World, which in Peru is the work of the Incas. Machu Picchu, an ancient city built mostly by the Incas. It's an incredible feat of work. Built on the side of a mountain, just under 8,000 feet above sea level. The Inca supposedly occupied the city for around 80 years until the Spanish invasion occurred in Peru around 1530 AD. Note the construction of the buildings, walls and houses. They are built in a primitive way though. Yes, most of the stones have been hammered into shape to fit. The quarry is believed to be 39 kilometers or 24 miles away. We have the site of Pisac, again showing Inca construction with the houses. The terraces were used to grow different kinds of crops. The other idea is that they have been also put in place to stop any landslides going from the mountain to the population living below. There is also a debate whether the Inca produced the terraces themselves or found them and utilised them. This question I cannot answer. Nevertheless, they are very impressive. Dealing with this type of construction, i.e. Ukun Pacha, is very straightforward and a clear difference in the type of style and work involved. However, things are not as simple as one imagines, and this is what causes the issue. The Inca originally found the work of the previous ancient culture to themselves. They believed that this was the work of the gods, and on some sites we find that they did their very best to copy this previous work. This is what leads to the confusion, but upon close inspection one can see the difference straight away. This site is known as Chinchero and is a great example of why people say all the ancient constructions are Inca. We have a nice polygonal wall with a Spanish colonial church built on top. Upon close inspection, we can clearly identify the tool marks made, not with an unknown form of technology, but with a hammer and chisel, which is still impressive, and a lot of care and hard work has gone into the task. Another site, again, the signs of tool marks, clearly seen. This is what's known as Ukun Pacha, meaning third weld or this weld. Impressive as it is still the work of the Inca. In the next video, part 3, we will be looking into what's known in Peru as Ukun Pacha, which is not at all done by the Inca, but by a far older culture, maybe with assistance. The further back in time, the greater the vestiges and work becomes. The older we know of, which is Ukun Pacha, is just beyond our comprehension. We are supposed to be, according to modern history, rising from stupid caveman to smart old us. This is why the findings are controversial and normally ignored, even with the hard data.